Hi everyone, and welcome to the Free Range Diva. A few years ago, back when I first started this channel, I did a video on turmeric and all of its health benefits and the science behind it. And recently I took a look at that video and saw that it has been corrupted over the years, and although the information is all there, the background is very distracting because it keeps doing things like this while I'm talking. So I took it down and decided to revisit the subject of turmeric because it is an important food. It's a healthy food. It's a superfood, and we should all at least know about it, if not incorporate it in our diets. So if you want to know more about turmeric and its positive effects on cancer, the aging brain, and pain, then just keep watching. Turmeric is a root vegetable. It's a member of the ginger family. It looks a lot like ginger root, except that it's smaller, has a browner and thicker skin, and is deep orange in color. I wanted to bring a little bit of it in for the video, but of course when I went to the grocery store they didn't have any. But I'll put a picture of it up, so you can get an idea of what it actually looks like in case you see it in your local grocery store. It's been cultivated in China, in India, and in Indonesia for thousands of years. And the root itself is usually processed. It's ground down and then dried and turned into a powder. That powder looks like this. So this is what you'll usually see in your spice rack or your spice department of your grocery store, labeled as turmeric. Turmeric has a molecule in it that is known as curcumin, and this molecule is responsible for its bright orange-yellow color. Curcumin is known in the natural world as the king of anti-inflammatories. So you might see, I'll use the terms used interchangeably because in supplements you will usually see curcumin instead of turmeric, or you'll see both. As far as research studies on curcumin, if you go to PubMed, you will see that there are over 5,000 research articles on that have been done over the years on everything from soup to nuts as far as curcumin and its effect on the human body. In these studies, it's been found to be anti-tumor, antioxidant, anti-arthritic, anti-amyloid, which are the plaques that are associated in the brain with the Alzheimer's form of dementia. It is anti-ischemic, which is stroke, anti-stroke. It is anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antibacterial, antiseptic, anti-malarial, and anti-sclerotic, which means that it prevents hardening of the arteries. It's also liver protective. The most promising research has been in cancer, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that first. Curcumin inhibits the growth of cancer cells at all 6 stages of their growth and development. So it inhibits their growth at transformation, initiation, promotion, invasion, blood vessel development, and finally metastasis. It causes what's known as cell apoptosis, which means that the cells literally commit suicide. They destroy themselves. And these are cancer cells we're talking about, not human, regular other kinds of cells. We're specifically talking about cancer cells now. A lot of this research has been sponsored by drug companies, so it includes human, animal, as well as test tube studies. So it has a very well-rounded research profile for this molecule, because initially the idea was to turn the molecule curcumin into a drug. However, turmeric's benefits are accessible by mouth, so there is no reason why simply consuming it as part of your diet won't give you the same benefits that have been proven over the last few years. The second group of studies have been done on Alzheimer's and dementia and the aging brain. What we know is that populations that regularly consume turmeric in their diet have a lower rate of Alzheimer's disease in their senior population when compared to populations like here in the United States, where we don't include it, regularly. A 2018 UCLA study found a 28% improvement in memory and showed significantly less amyloid signals in the brain than those who took a placebo. The dosage that they came up with, and this is for curcumin now, for reducing the amyloid pathology was about 125 milligrams per day. This can be gotten likely in a diet, but it's more accessible through supplementation. In Chinese medicine as well as Ayurvedic medicine, it has been primarily used as an anti-inflammatory agent. In fact, it can be applied, for example, to wounds in the form of poultices. That's one way that it's commonly used. It is considered the Asian version of aspirin, and it blocks inflammatory cytokines, including the ones targeted by Celebrex. It can modulate immune system responses as well, and especially it can be very helpful with osteoarthritis. Some other studies that I came across, some other info. Let's see. Curcumin's anti-inflammatory effects have been shown to be comparable to those of the potent drugs hydrocortisone and phenylbutazone, if you happen to take any of those, as well as over-the-counter anti-inflammatory agents like ibuprofen, aspirin, etc. But of course it doesn't have any of the side effects associated with those drugs. So specifically, 400 milligrams of curcumin was comparable to 400 milligrams of ibuprofen, so 1 to 1. Ooh, here's one, cancer. In a human study, this was involving 62 patients who had either ulcerating oral cancer or skin cancer and who had not responded to the standard treatment. They were given an ointment and an extract of curcumin at 0.5%. The extractor ointment was applied to the affected area 3 times a day, and after 18 months, the treatment had effectively reduced the smell of the lesion by 90%, the itching and oozing by 70%, and the pain by 50%, and the size of the lesion by 10%. And this was in, again, populations, the study group had not, their cancers had not responded to anything else that they had been given. And as far as heart disease, turmeric not only lowers cholesterol, it also prevents the oxidation of cholesterol, which is really important because it's that oxidized cholesterol that builds up in your arteries. And then finally, there's one here about smokers. 16 chronic smokers were given 1.5 grams of turmeric daily, while 6 non-smokers served as a control group. At the end of the 30-day trial, the smokers who had received the turmeric had a significant drop in the level of cancer-causing compounds as measured in their urine. In fact, their levels were almost the same as the non-smokers. So if you live with a smoker, if you're exposed to secondhand smoker, you live in an apartment where you get secondhand smoke from your neighbors, supplement turmeric, curcumin. It couldn't hurt, and it actually might help. So how much to supplement? That's something that you're going to have to talk to, if you want to take the supplement, with you'll have to talk to your healthcare provider about that. There is, for prevention, there was an Ohio State study that was done with an oleoresin from turmeric that was 80% curcumin. And they found that that was good for prevention. 80 milligrams per day is generally regarded as safe by the National Toxicology Program. It's also advised to take it between meals, as that increases its absorption. Also, when you combine it with magnesium, it can help protect the brain from the damage done by strokes. As far as consuming turmeric, always remember, consume it with an oil and with pepper. You can use turmeric in curries, in mustard, in eggs. You can juice with the raw root itself. Again, always combining it with a pepper and an oil. It's great in salad dressings, to add it to salad dressings, for example. And I have a couple of, because this turmeric has become so mainstream, you'll see it in all kinds of things. For example, here it is in a tea. This is a golden tonic. There we go. This is a golden tonic tea. And you'll see a lot of these teas on the market. Of course, a spice. Here's a little something from Trader Joe's. This is their organic turmeric carrot juice blend. This has quite the kick in it from the pepper, but it's really, really good. Something about the carrots and the spice from the turmeric and the pepper really kind of gives you a jolt when you drink it, and you feel the little burn at the back of the throat. As you can see, there's not much of this left. We really go through this a lot. Here is something. This is a chai latte. This is one of the many, many tonics on the market. Just go to something like Vitacost or Pure Form. I'll link some below. I know Wendy Coleman, Wendy C, or My Life Wendy, she has several turmeric tonics that she uses and highly recommends. So I will put her, I'm sure there's a video on her channel where she talks about it. But yeah, there's so many on the market that it's hard to like single out, ooh, this is the best one, but they basically all have the same similar ingredients to them. And then finally, as far as supplements go, here's one from Natural Factors, and this one is Curcumin. It says that it's the #1 absorbed form of curcumin. This has 30 milligrams per tablet, and this is what I take. This is the turmeric supplement that I take. Again, there are many, many, many of these on the market. This one, again, is for healthy anti-inflammatory, so it's good for pain and those sorts of things, which is why I take it. I also take it for brain health because we want to lower inflammation in the brain. So, and again, this has a form of the pepper and oil in it so that it's absorbable. So, turmeric, if you haven't included the spice in your life, you really should. If nothing else, just go to your market and get a jar of ground turmeric and start adding it to things. Add it to your teas, add it to juices, add it to smoothies, add it to eggs, add it to vegetables. I love it, just like included in your sprinkled on vegetables, and of course any grilled meats or fish. Perfect. So that's going to wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that I'm on the right track. And subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell in case you want to see more videos like this. And if you are someone who has experience with turmeric, then please let us know in the comments below, because we love sharing information. Okay, so everyone, until I see you again, I'm wishing you a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye, everybody.